So today we're talking about Bella Ups. Why I'm putting this on the internet? I don't know, but here we go. So Bella Ups fall into three categories. There's the how awkward can you be? How could you misspeak like that? And then the how did you hurt yourself? Like, how did you manage to hurt yourself that way? Today we're talking about group 3. And basically the 4 prominent Bella Ups. First one, I was in 8th grade. And we were in gym. I know, the perfect setup for disaster. And we were playing volleyball with a crab soccer ball. So if you don't know, a crab soccer ball is a giant beach ball with like fabric covering, right, to keep it from flying so high. So the ball's coming towards me, which never happens. Ever. Because they just knew, don't let Bella try to hit the ball or somebody's going to die. Or we're going to lose. So there's nothing anybody could do to stop it coming at me. And I go to hit it. And I actually hit it, right? And of course I can't have a moment to realize I just got my team a point. Because my wrist just bent back. Like, hardcore bent back. There was a snap, there was a pop. Might as well call me a Rice Krispie at this point. And I end up going like this for the rest of the day. The gym teacher is like, "You're fine." I'm like, "No, I'm not." And so I was going to wait a couple days. My mom and I decided maybe not, it wasn't needed to go to the doctor to see if it was traumatized. It needs a couple days to recuperate. But it got so bad that, like, Saturday night, I ended up going to the emergency room because I just couldn't take it anymore. Luckily, it was a slow night, and I wasn't one of those people who, like, went for every bump and bruise. I tried to avoid that. But they basically said, it's sprained. Just check with your primary in a couple days. Well, when my primary reopened, because, you know, they're not open on the weekends, he's like, "Oh, you didn't just sprain it, you hyperextended it too." I'm like, no. So I got put in a brace for 3 weeks. And that brace, it smelled so bad by the end. Just so bad. So bad. Long story short, I went through the wash a couple times. And then we moved forward a couple years. I'm now in high school, in pep band, and it's the first game of the basketball season. And so the cheerleaders are ready to go, people are already filtering in through the door, the pep band's setting up on the bleachers, and I go to climb the bleachers, right? I'm carrying my electric bass with me. It's not mine, it's the school's. It just got back from the band room flooding incident, and brand new, back. I've been playing it for like a month, maybe, because it went back a couple times, finally have it. And I'm climbing the bleachers, and the toe of my sneaker catches one of the bleachers, like the steps, right? So down I go. Of course, my first instinct is, hold the bass here, hand out, right? Caught myself on my wrist again. So basically, to avoid being told, "Oh, just put your brace back on," I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to ace bandage it this time. Yeah, that's going to work, right? So I ended up in an ace bandage, and then like in a sling, because my arm was getting so tired holding it up from like when my brother hurt his shoulder. So I'm just like, this is the most like homemade cast that anybody's ever had. But it works, right? And then, so whenever I'm alone at home, I typically just walk around in sports bra and pajamas, right? Well, pajama shorts. And if I'm home alone and I have to fend for myself, I'm going to make ramen. That's my go-to. And there I am, making my ramen on the stove, because that's the way I like to make it. I mean, let's be honest. It's just, I like it that way. And I'm sitting there making the ramen, and of course, I don't have an actual shirt on. Always wear a shirt when working with ramen, or anything hot, or a stove. Like, what I was thinking, I don't know. So there I am, making my ramen, and then I like it without broth. So I turn around to the sink to start pouring, and it splashes back at me and covers my entire stomach. Now, I didn't get burned, luckily, but that doesn't mean it didn't hurt. And so I get home, and my mom just looks at me and goes, "Why weren't you wearing a shirt?" I'm like, "Mom, I was in my lounging clothes. Why would I think to put on a shirt? I've made ramen a million times." And I just wear a shirt when working with the stove. Okay, let's just, okay, yeah. And now we come down to the final one. I almost broke my neck rolling over in bed. And, so basically, I woke up, kind of, and went to roll over. And when I did, there was this giant, like, pull in my neck and a pop. And I'm like, oh, that didn't sound good. Well, the damage is done, and I'm still tired. So I'm gonna go back to sleep. And then when I woke up, my neck was locked, and I'm just like, maybe going back to sleep wasn't a good idea. And so we go to the doctor almost immediately because, neck injuries are a serious thing. And she just looks at me and goes, what did you do? I'm like, what do you mean, what did I do? I rolled over in bed. She's like, no, what did you actually do? Because I've never seen a case of whiplash this bad. I'm like, I have whiplash. And she's like, yeah, so what did you actually do? I'm like, I really rolled over in bed. And she just gives me this look like, I'm not being paid enough. And so I was in a neck brace for like 3 days and didn't go to school for a couple days because I'm like, I'm not wearing a neck brace in school. And also, they gave me like muscle relaxers and those made me so tired. And yeah, that's the story of how I almost broke my neck rolling over bed, precursored by examples of just why I'm a hazard to myself. So I guess that's just how I'm going to wrap it up, and see ya.